between optimism and reality. As writer Sarah Ann Nelson says, life will always throw you curves. Just keep fouling them off. The right pitch will come, and when it does, be prepared to run the bases. Today, we are going to catch the curves that come with life and view the realism of my amputation. Face the foul balls and get the right pitch of learning to walk again. And finally, hit that grand slam and prepare to run the bases after my first hit of my first season back. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of a little girl who just wanted to play softball. That little girl is me. Positivity is key. Do not be afraid to hit that grand slam and lay out that fine line of optimism. First, let's catch the curves that come with life and view the realism of my amputation. I was diagnosed with an arterial venous malformation at 6 years old. You're probably thinking, what the heck is that? It is an abnormal connection between arteries and veins that causes increased blood flow, swelling, pain, and varicose veins that affect my ability to walk and play the game I love. On January 28, 2015 at 5 in the morning, my alarm went off. Today was the day. The day my life was going to change forever. I was going to the hospital to have my leg amputated. 12-year-old me never really grasped the reality of what was about to happen. We checked into the hospital and I got my gown on and the waiting game began. The anesthesiologist came back and took a leap to first base and laid that fine line of realism out. He explained all these scary things and really put me into a slump. That is where I first noticed where that fine line of realism stands. Second, let's face the foul balls and get the right pitch of learning to walk again. Think back to when you were a baby and you learned to walk. Imagine doing that again when you're a teenager. Stepping into the socket, sliding into a step, I take my first steps. It is not as easy as it seems. It is like a foreign object at the end of my leg, kind of like a bat. As the Optimist creed says, to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. At 12 years old, I had to have enough peace in my mind to really know where that fine line of optimism and reality stands and to have faith that my life was going to get better and I was going to be able to play the game I love again. If I can do that at such a young age, I think you can really dig deep down inside of yourself and find that optimism too. Lastly, let's hit that grand slam and prepare to run the bases after my first hit of my first season back. An article written by Jenny Finch titled "Love the Game Like Nothing Else," published June 28, 2008, explains that when you start your swing and you hear the ump shout, "Hey, batter, batter, you are going to get out." I think to myself, I have to hit this ball. And the next thing I know, I'm rounding first, then second, then third. I slide into home. The ump yells, "Safe!" The suspense was out of the park. Here I stand today. That little girl who fell in love with the game and never looked back on that fine line of optimism and reality that we all face in our daily lives today. All in all, as we just caught the curves that come with life and viewed the realism of my amputation, faced the foul balls and got the right pitch of learning to walk again, and finally hit that grand slam and prepared to run the bases after my first hit of my first season back. Today, I hope you stopped being afraid of what could go wrong and thought about how that little bit of optimism can take you to places that you just can't even imagine. No matter the obstacles, don't be afraid to make your dreams a reality.